Hi there, my name's Ranjan Bhattacharya. I'm your event host for the Baker Street Property Meet, and I'm with Anna Harper. And we are just waiting for the start of our biggest Baker Street Property Meet of the year. We've got 340 people coming. Reza Merchant speaking, who's built the largest HMO in the world. But at the moment, I'm talking with Anna. Anna, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for this evening.
You spoke to us. You spoke to at a previous Baker Street event when we talked about auctions, and I know that you've done a lot of deals at auctions and featured a couple of times on Homes Under the Hammer.
Just the once, but it keeps getting repeated. Yeah, yeah.
Thanks to Dave and all those channels on the satellite. So, what's been your strategy, if you like?
So, buying, adding value, and then selling on or refinancing. Very simple. Everything we've done, we've tried to add some value rather than just relying on capital growth and just relying on pure yield.
And how have you found the auctions this year? Because I know you've been looking at those quite a bit this year.
Up and down. So I think this month will be very different from last month. There was a lot of stock held up last month, and I like to think that in the current market, they say it's going to be a sort of buyer's market, but actually I think a lot of people are also holding off, which means that as a proportion of all the sales, a higher proportion will be motivated sellers, which obviously opens up massive opportunities for those who are buying, like myself.
You also look off-market deals, and you work with sources and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, just for people watching this, this is a week after the monumental Brexit referendum decision. It is too early to tell, but are you seeing any signs of change in terms of, from your deal sources, in terms of finding opportunities?
Actually, I am. The main change is that the people we're talking to, it's exactly the same as the impact that the stamp duty and the mortgage interest rate relief change had, in the sense that people are saying, look, go hard or go home. So the people who are sourcing and want to continue sourcing and be more active, they're setting up whole teams where they had one person before. So they're taking it very, very seriously. Other people are just leaving. So it's kind of, I think it's just the third out of three impacts on the UK property market that basically say professionalise or get out in the property market.
Right. So you're seeing a acceleration of the professionalising and the corporatising trend, if you like.
Yeah, perhaps it's unique to the people I've been speaking with, but there have been a number of people that I've sort of been dealing with who have just decided to take this as an opportunity to professionalise. Yeah.
And do you sell a lot of your deals on after refurbing and adding value and the rest of it?
No, before.
Sorry?
Before. So we sell on some portfolio building deals, and then we do our own, which we refinance or sell on. But I don't really like selling.
It might be early days yet, but have you noticed any change in buyer demand and willingness to actually complete a transaction?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got clients who have requested price reductions, which is obviously very common. And when you speak to mortgage brokers, they're all just processing reapplications or edits to the applications that they've been working on for, let's say, 6 weeks. They've been done a transaction.
Yes.
And now they're having to go over the price again, get new loan offers and all that kind of thing. So everyone's asking for, let's say, 8% off, which is kind of arbitrary, but maybe justified.
You're seeing people asking for a reduction in the price of about 8%, and this is after they've agreed the price that they're going to pay, gesundering as they call it. Yeah. And this has just happened in the last week or so, or before the vote as well.
Yeah.
Well.
No, I'm sorry, after.
After the vote, yes. Do you think there's any? Do you think people are being opportunistic as opposed to their real fundamentals driving that price difference?
Yes. I think for a couple of weeks, yes, there'll be uncertainty, and we've got huge changes in leadership, everything from football to all the major political parties, and that does give some uncertainty, but uncertainty doesn't necessarily equate to 8%. So it is kind of an arbitrary figure. It's a little opportunistic, because if you look at the micro drivers in a local market, they've never ever been the same as the national price trend. So let's say you look at nationwide house price index, that goes up by whatever percent. But that doesn't mean anything about your local micro market. They're both completely different. So I think it's opportunistic to generalise.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, people tend to generalise. People tend to read the national newspaper headlines and the national statistics get put out, but it can vary on a postcode by postcode and even street by street level, because you do deals not just in South London but also in the north, in Manchester.
Yeah, exactly.
You've done a few things. Have you noticed any differences in those particular regions? Or
yeah, huge differences, both in terms of growth and potential for growth, but also in terms of what people are actually investing for. People are investing for, let's say, yield up north, and they're investing for capital growth down south. You can't apply the same trend based on prices to both of those markets. They're just completely fundamentally different.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit. Crystal ball time. You know, everything's uncertain at the moment. Everything's up for grabs. But what do you think the outlook is for property people in the context of all this uncertainty that we've got for the rest of 2016?
Oh wow! No, I think I do think it comes back to what I was saying earlier. Is people will either be scared off or they will take it very, very seriously. So there's two options, and the people who remain in the market, let's say for buying, will have ample opportunity, because all the people who are selling right now need to sell. So it's a buyer's market for the select few who stay in. And those will be the professional people who are doing it as a business. Or doing that now, professionalising right now.
Yes,
so it's not a bad time to do that, actually.
And prepare for the opportunities ahead.
I think so.
No, I agree. Thanks very much for joining us. I know you've come for the event, which will be a lot of fun. There are more videos like this. You can click down on the page and have a look, or come and join us live at the next Baker Street Property Meet live event. You can find out what's happening next month at bakerstreetpropertymeet.com. See you shortly. Bye for now.